Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial video of C Sharp using Visual Studio. So in today's video, we'll learn how to write data into a file, into an external file using your Windows Form application. So let's get started. So on my screen, you can see that I have made a small data entry application which has four fields, basically four inputs: first name, last name, city, and age. And once we click, the main objective is that once we click save button, it should save the data for us into the file from these text boxes. And once we clear, we should be able to enter a new data. So to do this, all you have to do is write. I have designed the basic structure of the program. So I have designed already written the code for the clear button, which is straightforward, and our main code will go into the save button, which we have created here on the design view. So just one important thing, do not forget to include this directive systems.io. So it is used to allow us to use the StreamWriter class objects. So let's start coding the code or the program. So let me first create a try catch block. So this is, so in case if I run into error, we'll do some error handling. So your first step would be to create an object of the StreamWriter class. So the StreamWriter class is nothing but, you can see, you will, if you write down STRE, you will get the options, and there we have the StreamWriter class. And let's create an object. Let's call it output file. Okay, so that's the comment, declare an object. Now once you have declared an object, we want it to be assigned to a particular file in our folder. So output file equal to, now this is the proper syntax to create a file. It is file dot create text, and inside that you will specify the name of your file, say information.txt. So what it does, if there is no file present in your folder, in your project folder, it will automatically create one file and name it information.txt. Once we do that, let's now try and write our data. So we just write a comment that write all data into the file. So how you write the data is you use an option of StreamWriter class called WriteLine, and to do that, just write your object which is being referenced to the StreamWriter class dot WriteLine. So there's something called WriteLine. Once you do that, so in the design view, if we go back, the first thing which we are accepting from the user is first name, last name, city, and age. So let's stick with that format. So I'll first write the first name, and then I'll append the input string after the first name. So the name of my input string is nothing but the text of the text box. So to access that, we'll just write first name, the text box, dot text property. So whatever was the input has been now written into the file. And then in the end, it is very important to close the file, and to do that you have to close the object which is associated to your file, which is in this case output file. So once you close the file, your file or your output file won't be ready for writing any more data. So I think we are good to go. Let's save the program and try and run the application. So let's run the program. First name John, last name Doe, city, Tampa, and let's put age 32, and let's click on save. Now I expect that the contents are written into a file, and let's open. So you go to your project folder. Inside the subfolder, navigate to a folder called debug, which will be inside bin debug, and you see there your file is created, information.txt. So now if we double click it, information that we entered is now written. Now moving further, uh, if we want to append a new data to it, let's just clear it, and this time let's write a new data entry into the file. Say Tom Cleverly, city Tampa, age 20. So now if we save, I'm certain that the data would be written in the information.txt file, but we see that our previous data has been removed. So in order to save the previous data, we have another feature called append text. So what we'll do is, instead of writing create text to open a file, let's comment that out and let's declare our stream writer with something else. File dot, you see there's an option called append text. So what it does is it'll create a file if it is already not created, and each time we open the file to write, it'll just append the file with whatever previous content was there. So now if we save this and let's run the program. So our first entry was John Doe from Tampa, and he's 32 years old. So now if we save this, we are certain that this content has been saved in the file. But now let's clear and add Tom's data into the file. And he was 20 years of age, and now let's save this, clear, and let's close the application. So now we are expecting that both the records should be present, and that's what we can see here. So we see Tom. Also, this was from the previously existing file because we had not erased that. We have John, and then we have Tom again. So that is how you make use of append or create text, and you write your data into the output file.